Caution, this video is not my opinion. It is objective fact. If you disagree, you're not just wrong, but also stupid. Also spoilers, obviously. Starting us off at the number 10 worst, we got the Colossal Titan. This guy is an annoying dickhead. All of his attacks come from off screen, and half of them are annoying fire spells. Not only that, but in phase 2 he rolls away from you, forcing you to either get on your horse or waste all your stamina chasing after him. The only reason he's not lower is because his design is pretty damn fucking cool. On to the number 10 best, we got the Dragon Barrel Bell-Bearing Hunter. Yeah, I'm just biased. At number 9 worst, we got LeBron James. This guy's also an annoying dickhead. I think I'm starting to notice a theme. You can't see it in this footage since I killed him first try, but every time you enter the arena he spams his stupid fucking thorns at you, which do an assload of damage, if you're not over leveled, and stack bleed. His other attacks consist of normal thwacks, which aren't so bad, annoying projectiles, more thorns, and smacking his face into the ground, which is kinda funny. The only attack of his I actually like is his phase 2 opener, where he charges you multiple times in quick succession. On the subject of phases, how is it that a boss with this lame of a moveset managed to be the only boss in Elden Ring with a full 3 phases? We got done dirty, man. At number 9 best is Blue Balls. Blue Balls is reminiscent of Malenia, considering the fact that she's an agile swordswoman with combos that don't quit. Unlike Malenia, she also mixes in glint blades and moonveil weapon arts. In phase 2, she starts using a shit ton of elemental fire and magic attacks that annihilate your health bar. Yet despite this, it never seems to get annoying. I think this is a common theme with bosses that are literally just like a fucking knight or something, you know, like they move like a human, you know, it just kind of makes sense, I don't know. I also love her namesake attack. Many attacks in this game can be jumped, but few are as satisfying to do so as with this one. Her theme's also fire as hell. For number 8 worst, we have the Tibia Mariner that summons a Royal Revenant. Isn't this supposed to be one of the best bosses? Well, I'm not rewriting the script now, I'll just read it as is. Not only is the Tibia Mariner already one of the most engaging bosses in gaming history on its own, but it summons a Royal Revenant, an enemy that everyone knows is one of the most fair and fun challenges Elden Ring has to... Number 8 leaves us with Randy Orton. Phase 1 showcases some of the best big guy with a big weapon combat the franchise has ever seen, featuring axe swings that are intuitive and feel amazing to dodge. In phase 2, he kills his stand, which was limiting his power or something, and goes all out with the pro wrestling moves. It kinda reminds me of Champion Gundyr from Dark Souls 3 since he has both big weapon attacks and martial arts attacks even though they are separated between phases. And 5, how the fuck do you think this guy's a 6 out of 10? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Were you dropped as a child? Like, I'm being serious. Like, for the number 7 worst boss, we have your average Elden Ring high-level invasion. A bunch of annoying dickheads in a room spamming bullshit at you. Attacks that one-shot you, bleed, spells, scarlet rot, ashes of war. It really does have everything. I've never done this fight without summoning, and I never will. With summons, this fight makes for a decently cool story moment. Without them, it's an agonizingly unbearable experience. Just summon for this fight. Your pride is not worth it. Trust me, you'll thank me later. For the number 7 boss, we have Kevin. Kevin starts out as a little guy, just like a straight up dude, and a cutscene plays, and it's revealed that Kevin has brain rot from scrolling Instagram Reels all day. Despite this, his brain rot attacks are actually cool and fun to dodge, unlike any wielder of brain rot found in the base game. Or, God forbid, in PvP. His sword swings are also majestic as fuck, and fun as hell to dodge. Who genuinely thought that a brain rot boss would be one of the best in the game, pre-DLC? Certainly not I. The only real problem that he has is sometimes in his phase 2 transition, the explosion conceals the laser that he's about to kill you with, but other than that, he's basically perfect. Also, if you use the sword in PvP, fuck you. For the number 6 worst boss, we have Dickhead. Not only does Dickhead betray you, he's not even like cool about it. Like, he could just hit me with a hammer or something, and I wouldn't really give that much of a shit, but no, he has to spam spells at you. The Comet usually kills you in 2 hits. The Rings of Light hit you once, and then come back for seconds, and if that wasn't enough, he also casts a spell that insta-kills you if you hit him 5 times. I don't even know what that shit is called. Do not tell me in the comments, I don't give a fuck. In the number 6 best slot, we have Next Zero Fiber. Next Zero Fiber is just fucking awesome, man. Like, every attack he has is just so sick. Like Kevin, his weapon attacks are just majestic as fuck, and the fire reminds me of Slave Knight Gael's cape in Dark Souls 3. In Phase 2, when he becomes the protagonist of Metal Gear, you'd think things would start to get a little bit messy, but no. The snake attacks are just as well telegraphed and majestic as his spear attacks in Phase 1. Everything about this boss is just cinematic as fuck, from the serpents flying around everywhere to his hard-ass voice lines.
Mongrel Intruder.
The number 5 worst boss in Elden Ring is this encounter. Whoever made this, fuck you. Now I know that you're probably thinking that this isn't a boss. The 5th best boss is Guts. Phase 1 of Guts is pretty solid. You got normal melee attacks and pockets in, plus he just straight up throws rocks at you, which is cool. Things really start to get crazy in Phase 2, when he goes berserk and reveals that he's actually a dog. In this phase, he starts climbing the pillars, shooting death blades, like we are still talking about a dog, right? Every attack chunks your health by capping your max health and inflicting damage over time. Death comes quick in this fight, but it's balanced out by Guts not having much health of his own. Kevin, read Berserk. The number 4 worst boss is... Hold on. Yeah? Okay, just leave it. I'll do it later. Just leave it there. God damn it. What was I talking about? For the number 4 best, we have Orange Guy. Man, is that really the name we decided on? Orange Guy? Okay, whatever. Orange Guy is the best FromSoft dragon to date. If you still think it's mid-tier, you can meet me at Main Academy Gate. Every attack he has feels amazing to dodge, and you really gotta learn every single one, making a successful attempt feel like a choreographed dance or something. His tail swipe is, in my opinion, the most satisfying move to dodge in the entire game. And that's the big one where he launches himself across the arena, not the little baby one. He has a few problems, like how uneven ground in his arena can make fire breath go in a random direction, or that sometimes your lock-on will break when he does his phase transition, but aside from these minor issues, he's pretty much unmatched, especially when compared to other beast bosses, most of which have weird-ass hitboxes and unintuitive attacks, like the Golden Hippo. For number 3 worst, yep, it's him. You all knew Lil Donnie was going to be on this list. The only reason he's not number 1 is because Phase 1 is pretty decent. It's stupidly hard, but it's pretty decent. Unfortunately, Phase 2 also exists. Now, every swing of his sword is accompanied by stupid fucking holy lasers from the femboy on his back, which block your vision so you can't see what the hell is going on, damage you, obviously, and stagger you, making you more likely to get hit by his next attack. The vision problem is especially bad, because he has this one combo that has a chance to have an extra swing at the end of it, and you literally can't even see whether or not he's gonna do it. His Phase 2 opener, that he literally doesn't even always do, has been nerfed now, so it's not as bad. But pre-nerf, it was the most bullshit move in the entire game. If you weren't already sprinting when he cast it, you were forced to drink your Gatorade. Post-nerf, the fight's not as bad, but the nerf only fixed 2 bullshit attacks, not any of the core issues. He still has overly long combos, way too fast poise regen, the lasers still block your vision, and the shadow clone attacks all still look the exact same. I only figured out how to dodge a couple of them, but the one he does after the meteors was a common run ender for me. I've beat him thrice now, once with a spear and shield on my first playthrough, and twice without a shield, once pre-nerf, once post-nerf. For the pre-nerf kill, I used a bleed Anspur rapier. For the post-nerf kill, I used a normal build consisting of multiple katanas. I didn't use summons any of the times. And all I gotta say after doing all that is just use a fucking shield, man. Like, this shit is not worth your time, okay? Just don't waste your time learning his fucking dogshit ass moveset. Just use a fucking shield. Also, if you're having trouble with the attack where he jumps up off the ground and then crashes back down with a bunch of explosions, just pick a direction and run in it. It usually works. The number 3 best boss in Elden Ring is Jetstream Sam. Now, I've heard people say that this fight will really test your parry timing, and that would be true if this game didn't have literally the easiest and most forgiving parry time I've ever seen. And you can parry pretty much all of Sam's attacks, making him piss easy. Despite this, he remains one of the coolest, most fun, and most memorable fights in all of gaming, mainly because it's a proper duel between warriors that's accentuated by the difference in personality and character between the two of them. Not only that, but the multiple phases, like where you disarm him and he has to fight barehanded, his taunts, and the destructible objects around you all help to build the atmosphere of the fight. Plus the music kicks major ass. Number 2 versus white people. Fuck these crackers. The fat one's even built like your average whitey. On their own, neither of them are too bad, but they were just haphazardly thrown into an arena. In this fight, expect to get spammed with projectiles and shoved into corners. Fuck this shit. Whoever made this, fuck you. The number 2 best boss is Malenia. What can I even say about her that hasn't already been said? Malenia will fuck you up. On my first playthrough, I had to respec into Dex Arcane while using a Mimic to even have a chance to get into Phase 2. At first I didn't even know about Phase 2, so imagine my reaction when she got up after the cutscene with a brand new health bar. When I finally beat her, I screamed at the top of my lungs for like a minute straight, like some exaggerated Kai Cenat reaction. And I did the exact same thing the first time I beat her without summons 2 playthroughs later. An aspect of her I really like is that she promotes gambling. Like, you can stagger her out of her attacks if your weapon's heavy enough, or if you're dual wielding or something. And most bosses you can't really do this with. It promotes that style of just like, yeah, let me go in and get another hit. You can't do this with many bosses. Even Rolana you can't do it with, and she's like eerily similar to Malenia. But you can't get too greedy, because if you do too much damage, she's gonna pull out Waterfowl on your ass. People can point out the problems, like how Waterfowl is stupid and how Phase 2 isn't as consistent or whatever, but at the end of the day, very few bosses get me as hyped to fight them again as this one. And the number 1 worst boss in Elden Ring is... Balzac! And the number 1 best boss in Elden Ring is... the fucking mongoose. No, I'm just kidding. It's Gael. What can I even say about Gael? He's just perfect in every way, man. His moveset is amazing, everything is well telegraphed, feels amazing to dodge, looks cool as fuck, no annoying bullshit. Even the magic isn't annoying, nor the Gat. Low-key, the Gat is a highlight of the fight. Everything about the arena is amazing. The desolate wasteland really sets the stage for 2 nobodies fighting over nothing at the end of time. The atmosphere of this fight is truly unmatched. The ruins, the lighting in the background, the initial run-up over the dunes where you first make contact, everything perfectly synergizes to form the ultimate finale of not only a franchise, but a universe, not to mention the theme. This has got to be one of the best themes ever put in a video game. It's just such a good mix of epic and melancholy that it matches the feel of the fight perfectly. How this game didn't get the award for best music is beyond me. So what did you think of this video? If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, fuck you. Don't subscribe. I'm probably never doing anything like this ever again. Videos like this take a lot of work, man. Special thanks to all my friends who helped me get footage for this video. I definitely couldn't have done it without them. For those who knew about it beforehand, let me know if it lived up to the hype. And for those who didn't, let me know what you thought of it nonetheless.